This is the museum ship Valley Camp, docked in the Sault since July 4th, 1968, the city's tricentennial. Once a working freighter, now she houses hundreds of maritime artifacts. Paul Sabourin is part historian, part curator, and all heart when it comes to preserving this Great Lakes legacy.
This year, one would have to remember November 10th, 1975, and on Lake Superior, the SS Edmund Fitzgerald went to the bottom.
Below the deck, a documentary plays in a converted cargo hold, a somber tribute to 29 men lost aboard the Edmund Fitzgerald, which sank on a stormy night, November 10th, 1975.
After the investigation by the U.S. Coast Guard, then the two lifeboats, and I refer to it as two because there were two on the Edmund Fitzgerald, but in this case here we have 1.5 lifeboat. So lifeboat number 2 was spotted and recovered on the shore of Ontario, Lake Superior. Lifeboat number 1 was spotted the next morning by the Arthur M. Anderson at about 8 o'clock on November the 11th, floating upside down. Thanks to Jimmy Hoba, who was our executive director and retired U.S. Coast Guard, we ended up with the 2 lifeboats. And with that then, we know that Gordon Lightfoot, with the legend that lives on from the Chippewa on down on a big lake they call Kitchigumi.
Elsewhere, tributes to the Carl D. Bradley, which sank in November of 1958. Of the 35 crew members, 33 died in the sinking. The Valley Camp also contains this carved eagle, rescued from the wreckage of the Vienna, another ship that went down in Whitefish Bay, along with paintings, ship models, and memorials.
This is also the Captain John P. Wellington Great Lakes Marine Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame, as you can see around here, are all Hall of Famers inductees. So every second year, we have an alternate Canadian American that's inducted to the Hall of Fame. And it is very much a dedication, and especially one that would commemorate the maritime involvement of that particular person.
Above deck, you get an up-close look at where the crew worked, ate, and slept. Places where you can easily imagine them in the galley, playing cards, and eating meals together. Just a few blocks away from the Valley Camp, the Tower of History. Built in 1968, it rises 210 feet up, offering views of Sault Ste. Marie, the international bridge that connects the community to Canada, and the ever-changing Sault Locks.
One can go in, again 6 months of the year, and either go up 292 steps if they're fit and willing, but the other option is to push on the button and the elevator will whisk you up 45 seconds, and from there you'll be able to see the view of the city of Sault Ste. Marie in all directions.
And to round out the trio of Sault historic sites, the River of History Museum. Exhibits inside follow the story of the region from ice glaciers to Native American life, fur traders, missionaries, and modern-day Michigan. It's a full arc of the region's history, told across centuries.
I would say, welcome to Sault Ste. Marie. Take I-75 if you're coming from south. Take M28 if you're coming from the west. And if you're coming from the east in its points of Canada, cross the bridge, come over to Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, and make it a point of visiting the museum ship Valley Camp, the Tower of History, and also all of the other sites that are here. A day, 2 days, 3 days, there's camping, there's facilities, and we always say, welcome to the Sault.
For more information on touring these 3 spots and how to plan your visit, head to SiouxHistoricSites.com. A few seasons back, Adam was part of the Destination Michigan team that ventured to the Keweenaw in the depths of winter. He finally returned without the snow to explore Michigan's Copper Country.